Now then, brewers, I didn't think we were going to do a brew in 2025, but this is a dark rock signature Irish stout. So it's a new one, I think it's a new one on their website. And I've got a bit of video around it. I know it's a kit, and I know for most people kits are quite a similar thing, but I thought, after Christmas, if anybody gets a beer kit, it might give them a couple of little tips to be able to do a kit to simplify the process. I have knocked this one out really, really quickly. When I say really, really quickly, I always stick to the 2-2-2 rule, as most brewers do, but I think we're having this about 3 weeks in, so let's have a little look at it and then we'll come back. Cheers. So here we have the kit. You get the Dark Rock brewing sheet and a little bit of blurb for their Facebook, if anybody's on Facebook. Their open and close times and something about wine making, kits that they offer as well. I have to say, I ordered this on the last Friday of November, and the delivery service is a Monday to Friday service. I was expecting it the following Monday, and it turned up before lunch on Saturday morning. So quite incredible delivery from Dark Rock. This is it. It's a new packaging, I believe. The signature Irish Stout. It's very substantial, if I'm really honest with you. Solid boxes there. Inside, you've got the two heavy bags of malt extract. So that will be your malt extract and your sugars in and everything. I presume that's 3 kilograms there. They're like 1.5 kilogram bags. Not had a look. What does it say? It makes 40 pints. A smooth and satisfying Irish stout, highlighting a rich roasted malt backbone that lets your creamy flavours shine. Expect notes of chocolate, coffee and subtle caramel and a velvety sip. So it does sound quite a nice kit. Say, brand new, never seen it before. This is the other packet that you get in there. So let's have a quick look at what's in here. Throw them onto the kitchen side. And we have got, what have we got here? We have got some Starbright, some finings, some vegan finings for the end. British ale yeast, that comes in the packet. Obviously it's all from Harris, 18 to 24 degrees, which is perfect for me in my heated fermenter. I don't know if I've used this yet. I might use turbo yeast, we will see. We have got Pure Brew. If you are new to home brewing and you're just using tap water in kits, I would always recommend using this. It just gets rid of, doesn't get rid, it reduces the chlorine taste you get from your tap water. If you're using bottled water, maybe not bother. There is a yeast nutrient in there. I actually use this in my Orgren as well, in the pellet forms you might have seen in other videos, but they always throw you one of these in as part of the kit. You really do get everything, to be quite honest with you. And finally, that's not quite finally, you get hop pellets. It doesn't say what hops they are. I'll do a little bit of looking on the website, see if it tells you. But some hops, don't know if they're nitro bagged or not, doesn't matter. It's turned up quite quick, so I won't be keeping this for any length of time. This is going to be getting done today. And a hop bag, which is always handy, to be fair. So you just throw them into the hop bag when you put them in, and it just saves a little bit of tidying up at the end. Whether I use this, I don't know. Some people even just use it at the end. Cover these over the end of the filtration system when they're normally emptying out the fermenter, but we'll see. I've got a good filter on mine, so it's not really much of a problem. And these hops, they tend to all just break down and sit at the bottom anyway, which is below the output from my fermenter. So there you have it. It's quite a full kit, but let's see how it goes. So it's been a while since this has been out. My brew buddy. Because I've not used it for quite some time. The key is sanitary. Ignore the dirty decorator sheet underneath. I'm just giving this a really good clean just at the beginning, just to get off any grime that we have on it, because the key to all brewing, as everybody knows, is sterilisation and the cleanliness of your kit. Because if you don't do that, it doesn't matter how good the recipe processes are, it'll be off. It'll taste horrible, and you probably make yourself a bit poorly. And then always get your dilutions right. I use Chemsan. Don't just tip it in. Always check the actual measures on the back. Again, if not, you'll make yourself a little bit poorly if you get that wrong. But if you follow it all, you'll have no problems, and hopefully you'll have a good brew. There's the malt extra added, just topping up with some boiling water now, and it actually smells, if that comes into focus, of Pontefract cakes. It really does have that sort of dark, caramelly smell to it, which I guess you would expect for a stout. But it smells a bit sweet. I just hope it's not as sweet when it comes to pour. And there we go. And I have gone with high voltage. I really like this. I've done a couple of reviews on it. Brilliant in stouts. I need a fast turnaround on this one. So yeah, all in with your nutrient, the pure brew. Let's see where we are in a couple of days. And here we are in the brew house. Already got activity. Moving along nicely. And it always does the that fast high voltage yeast. And we are set at 31 degrees, but it's just dropped out to 30. It is cold out here, but yeah, it's moving along really nicely. So as you can see, I used the turbo yeast. It's a clean yeast, and I've done it on a few of my other videos. I didn't use the yeast that came with the kit, because I needed to speed this one up. As I said, I wasn't sure I was going to brew. I had some good plans for maybe 2026, but watching and thanks to everybody else's videos, it really sort of drove me on to give it a go just before the Christmas break. So here it is, absolutely pitch black in the glass, carbonated lovely, just under CO2. I've got this on keg. One slight thing, and I might do a video about this down the line, maybe in 2026, is I've put in my house a water filter just to try and see if it takes any of the twang out that we're getting home brewing from kits. So it's just like a bog standard water filter on my cold water inlet. I've used that for kits. Maybe not so much of a problem when I'm obviously brewing all grain, but let's have a go. Wow, it's hop forward. Very bitter on the back end actually, which is quite nice to come in. Lots of caramel flavour on that one. Very, very dry, very, very bitter. My mouth's almost wanting a little bit more. It's almost like bouncing around on my tongue. I think that is actually probably not a bad kit at all, but it just needs a bit more time. And I knew that was going to be the case. It kind of needs the hops just to drop down a little bit, if that makes sense. You know, I've done a lot of dark rock kits in my videos. As everybody knows, I'm a bit of a mixture between kits and all grain. I think kits are a fantastic way to start in your brewing career. Try again. That is not a bad kit at all. It's carbonated perfect. Look at lacing on that. I mean, that is a kit. That's unbelievable, that, for a kit. Everything was in the box. It's really bitter, you want more. I think give it another little week or so over the Christmas period, and I think that's actually a fantastic drink. So, look after each other, stay safe, and see you all in 2026. Take care. Cheers, guys.